G'day, Paul here on Prayer Mountain. I went to a funeral yesterday of a young man who was 35 years old. He's a father of 3 small children and soon to be a father of 4. But he was killed last week in a gyrocopter crash, mustering cattle in the outback of Australia. What a tragedy, what a terrible tragedy. But at the funeral, his mother gets up and was praising God, just full of the joy of the Lord. So grateful to be in the house of the Lord with fellow believers, and so happy to share about her son. Just have a listen to what his mother said at the funeral.
Thank you, Pastor Sydney. What a joy it is to see the family of God come together. I am Leanne Grant's mother. What a privilege it has been, and what a roller coaster ride of life to have a son who could have been gone. I think he had more than 9 lives, actually. My goodness, I just recall in all this instance, we used to have a property out the back of Landershute Road there in Palmwoods, and I drove in the driveway one day and here he was out cold in the paddock, but the neighbourhood girl had come over. She was doing a photography course and she's down with the camera taking photos of my son who looked like he was dead in the paddock. So I jumped out of the car. Is he okay? Is he okay? Oh, she said, I don't know, but I thought some photos would be good. So not long after, he seemed to shake himself and come out of it, and I thought, well, God, thank you. You know, and God has had his hand on my son. I remember him sitting on that side of this auditorium and a prophetic word being spoken over his life, and I have seen God fulfill that word through my son. What a joy, what a joy. You know, and I stand here today as a trophy of the grace of God. I have had grief visit my life many times, not just once, many times. And I want to assure you today that though the journey every time has been different, the God that travelled with me through that journey was the same God. People, we serve a faithful God. He is our rock and our salvation. I just want to gather you today to focus your eyes back on Jesus. He's the author and finisher of our faith. And because I've journeyed that journey a number of times, I've come out the other side and I can say, it's okay. We can come through. We have a hope. We have a joy, and it's Jesus Christ. And we're still travelling on, forgetting what lies behind, pressing on. Keep pressing on. Don't go by your feelings. Don't go by what you see. Don't go by what you hear. Go by what Jesus said he is, our rock and our salvation. And I remember just only a couple of weeks ago in our prayer meeting, all I did was pray, Lord, I thank you that you are our rock and our salvation, little knowing what was ahead. But I can stand here today and testify of God's faithfulness. He's absolutely faithful, folk. Don't ever question that in your minds. Don't go that way. Just hold fast to him. Thank you.
I'd take a leaf out of that book if I were you. And make sure you keep it close to you. Thanks, Leanne.